It is, after all, just a car, right? No magic, no god juju, no shroud of Turin. Just a bunch of gas and rubber and high-tech alloy poured down a rat hole of capitalist excess. So, why does it make me feel like this? As we consider this car, the new Ferrari 458 Italia, which looks like a drop of Chianti running between Brooklyn Decker's breasts, it's not just the car, but the legend, the myth of Ferrari itself that confronts us. And the mystery. Face it, Ferrari, based in Maranello, Italy, and owned by the seriously uncharismatic Fiat, is only a car company with profit margins and assembly lines and occasionally pissed off customers. It is not Camelot. It is not Shangri-La. So why do men want to sell their souls for Ferrari? In a world full of fast cars, Ferrari means something bigger, richer, cooler. This is the search for that something. The man in this footage is not me. This man is a professional driver, a brilliant racer with years of experience and an ocean of natural talent. Compared to him, I drive like I've been drinking bug spray. But if you ask me what one thing Ferrari does for owners that other cars don't, I'd say the cars offer the illusion of driving talent. The cars are so kinetically intelligent. They so thoroughly integrate themselves into your synapses. They make you a better driver than you really are. You step out of them feeling 10 feet tall, a driving hero, a suburban Schumacher. And what price is that worth? $325,000 like the Ferrari 458 Italia, $1 million like the Enzo? Any price, all prices. Ferrari remains a very small company, laser-focused on sports cars. No more than 6,500 cars per year are made for the whole wide world. In the business, it's called exclusivity, with the emphasis on exclusion. In my job as automotive journalist, I've been around the world, and I've driven all kinds of cars. Lamborghinis, Bugattis, Vipers. Oh my. But Ferrari is different. Ferrari is special. To drive the latest Ferrari, you have to come to Maranello. You have to be invited to Maranello. And we have been invited. Ferrari doesn't hand the keys over to just anybody, and with good reason. These cars are very expensive. They're extremely fast. They can be a little bit treacherous. And auto writers can get carried away in the moment. They don't call it the red mist for nothing. Buy Michelin stock! The other vast chunk of Ferrari myth is rooted in motorsports. Founded in 1929 by Enzo Ferrari as the Scuderia Ferrari, a racing shop running clients' competition cars, Ferrari has always been, and always will be, in motorsports, particularly Formula One. With all due respect, Formula One is to NASCAR what Predator drones are to stone axes. 15 World Drivers' titles, 210 Grand Prix victories, 203 pole positions, all records. Legends such as Ascari, Nuvolari, Fangio, Hawthorne, the American Phil Hill, Mansell, Prost, and of course, 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher have wielded the scarlet. Anybody who buys a Ferrari buys a slice of that glory. Ferrari road cars really do share a lot of the technology and philosophy with the red F1 cars.
All the electronic means and measures that we need for improve and change the driving electronically, we can do right away on the steering wheel.
We are the first car in the world to put on the steering wheel, as in Formula One, every function.
There's a pureness to it all, an authenticity. Ferrari is the real deal, the genuine article. And there's a direct line from the 458 Italia all the way back to the man whose name is on the factory door. Enzo Ferrari, Il Commendatore. He was born the son of a moderately prosperous machinist here in Modena, Italy in 1898. He was a mule skinner in the Italian army and had actually very little formal technical training. After the Great War, he got a job testing cars for Alfa Romeo and soon started winning local races.
It's Sunday morning in Modena, and we're in front of the Il Duomo. That's the city's cathedral. But for the exception of some buses and some electric lights, the scene really hasn't changed much in 500 years. Enzo Ferrari didn't leave Modena much in his later years. He was kind of a dark and troubled soul. This was his refuge, his safe place, his Vatican City. In fact, they called him the Pope of the North.
He was Modena's most famous favorite son, and the city honors him in 1,000 ways. Some small, like the colors on a child's bike, and some very, very grand. Mauro Tedeschini is the director of the $70 million tribute museum being built at Ferrari's birthplace, his childhood home and father's machine shop.
Here we want to tell the passion, to explain why this passion took place in Modena and not in another country, and why Modena became the world capital of fast cars, which is quite true, I think.
You know, it's hard to believe that the Ferrari we know now, that's the great industrial concern, the red racing cars all over the world, the ridiculously overscaled Abu Dhabi pavilion, it all started here, in this really humble machine shop in the center of Modena.
After the war, Ferrari started his own company, racing the red cars and using racing parts to build powerful, dead sexy street cars. The myth has always been that Ferrari only built street cars to finance the racing program, and it's a myth that continues to this day, even though today Ferrari makes money off Formula One and the company's profits are shipped off to Turin and Fiat.